Virtus in Veritate, welcome to FortiKast, the official online show of Pirate Northview's official school publication, Fortibus. FortiKast online show. Join us every Friday as we explore different issues, discover the truth, and share good vibes in our coming episodes. Today's episode, we ask, how does one survive college? Please welcome your hosts, Lucas Bonifacio, Linus Calderon, and our guest hosts, Alfie and Miggy. All right. Good afternoon, guys. Hello, hello. Good
Hi.
morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you
Uh,
are. Welcome to FortiKast. I
Hello.
am your host, Lucas Bonifacio. What's up, guys? I am joined by Mr. Linus Calderon, Miggy, and Alfie. How are you guys doing? Welcome to FortiKast.
I'm good. Good to be back.
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
So, Linus, kamusta?
Yes, I'm so uh well. First, I'm so happy. No, we're almost done with the school year. No, we
Mm-hmm.
had
Mm-hmm.
our ending convocation this morning. Our last morning assembly, Lucas. No, every Monday and Friday we wake up earlier to prepare for our
It
morning
was a
assembly.
good run.
Yes, I would miss that. And I'm so glad that we are joined by our FortiCast interns, Alfie and Miggy. Renzo is behind the cam. So, yeah, FortiCast will surely continue next school year. And that is,
Indeed.
because of your initiative, Lucas, and
No
the rest of
pressure.
your class.
Huwag kayo
Yep.
ma-pressure. Thank you very much, Sir Lenny. So yan, magandang hapon guys. Isa na namang linggo ang nakalipas. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Welcome to FortiCast. So, I'm very excited for today's episode. But before that, the typical drill. Let's take a break muna as we unwind for the weekend. So, the typical question I'd love to ask for you guys, no? Highlights of the week. Anything you guys would like to share? Let's start off with Miggy. Miggy, what are your highlights of
Hmm.
the week?
Highlights of the week. Well, for me, kasi nothing much happened in terms of schoolwork. At least nothing much happened this week, which kind of in itself is a highlight, because it's like even though it's this week and next week, they're gonna be both PT weeks, completion week. uh it doesn't feel like the typical hell week that people say. It feels more like a purgatory week, because there's less meetings, therefore more time for both the schoolwork and relaxing if you want to. So I don't know. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
good
the
to hear.
tamang
highlight for me.
tamang time management skills lang no for the next few weeks kasi kung hindi ka nakapag-ayos, tatamarin ka, hindi ka nakapagpasa ng requirements, babagsak ka, iiyak
Mhm,
ka,
mhm.
wala ka na magagawa. So yun yung deadly cycle no. So wag tayong tatamarin guys,
Okay.
okay? So what about you, Alfie? Kindly introduce yourself to our viewers and share with us your highlights of the week.
Oh, hello. My name is Alfie Kaluwag, and I'm usually the tech staff, but today I'm trying to be a co-host for this episode. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
how my week was actually honestly a bit sad because we were all me and the grade 11 students were all saying goodbye to our teachers because it was our
Yes.
last
Mm-hmm.
session this week. Even
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, I'm gonna miss them a lot, and I'm sure it was also your last week, Lucas.
Yeah, it was also very
Mm-hmm.
emotional. So yeah. So what
Mm-hmm.
else? What
Mm-hmm.
else do you have to share, Alfie?
Well, nothing really. Oh, I agree with Miggy. Because it was the last session, that means that there wasn't really a lot to do this week. It was
Mm-hmm.
more on, yeah, just planning well and finishing PTs and projects and other stuff.
There's five
So,
things awaiting us next week, so.
Best of luck to you guys and to all our miners out there. Best of luck. Do whatever we have to do. Okay, excellence, no HOP excellence. Let's finish
Mm-hmm.
the school year with a bang. Make sure to not sacrifice quality, ha. Wag lang yung don't settle for basta mapasa lang okay na yan. Settle for quality in your hard works. Okay. What about you from the teacher's perspective, naman, Sir Linus? Konti na lang, konting
Yes.
giliw na lang. What about you, sir? Kamusta?
Well, yung sumaks to no? For the students, yeah, graduate na kayo. But for us, start na naman, of course, we're conducting surveys tungkol sa ating remote learning program. What can we improve? Kasi part ng tech transition team, no? So we're planning for the next school year as early as now. So I think that's the highlight of my week. Many meetings. This is also the highlight of my week because I'm excited to talk about our topic, especially, what our guests can offer you, grade 11 and grade 12 students. And ayan, 21 pilots nag-release ng bagong kanta today. So that's
That's good
definitely
to
one.
know. last week naman, ano ata, one okay rock naman ata last week. Pano ko naman okay rock. Yeah. So, thank you very much for that, Sir Linus. Ako, highlights of the week, we are currently having our online work immersion. So, shout out to my grade 12 classmates out there. Napakasaya ng aming experience, no? So, best of luck to us. And also, completion week na namin. So, konting-konti na lang talaga matatapos na ating school year, okay?
Yes.
So, bati na muna. Let's greet our viewers. Batiin muna natin sila. So, here, from Ginoong Mark Andrew Fietas. Nice to see Alvin. Miki, congrats to us. Maraming salamat, sir. Magandang hapon po.
Galing.
So
Hi, sir.
here, Sir Linus Idol daw from
Congrats to Kobe.
Kobe Camaso. Congratulations.
Ano, di ba?
Yay.
Grade
Junior
schools.
high school senator.
Junior high
Yes. Congratulations to our new
Congrats.
SEB. And here naman from Sir John Watt. Meetings, checking, grading, eating, sleeping, exercising. That's my whole week. Thank you, sir. Ako, everything except for exercising. Yun ata yung
Glad
week
you're
ko this week.
exercising, ko.
All right.
And
So,
group checking grading.
yeah, and checking grading. Yeah, thank you. So, guys, I'm excited to share and bring in our guests for today. I'm excited to talk about, the college life. Kasi konting linggo na lang, konting hours na lang, college na rin ako. So, Sir Linus, maybe you can share with us a bit of a background kung ano ba ang mga discussions natin for today.
Yes, so today we'll talk about college life, okay, on how to survive, academics, not just academics, but also extracurricular activities. We'll also talk about career choices, di ba? So, and ito, I've seen a documentary on Netflix. It's called Operation Varsity Blue, the college admission scandal. Scandal to ng mga Ivy League school na nakakapasok ng ibang estudyante doon because of being wealthy and privileged. May backdoor silang tinatawag na by donating a lot of money. And nag-ano siya. If you can check it out on Netflix, maganda siyang panoorin. Kasi yung college admission, anxiety-inducing siya, di ba? Aminin nyo, ngayon lalabas
Pati online.
Lasal, di ba? Yung yun, na-move ng third week of May, yung youth, di natin alam kung kailan darating. So, di ba? Tapos, anxiety-inducing siya and nagkaroon ng culture na gano'n na UP and others. Parang gano'n yung mentality ng iba, di ba? Or Big Four and others, di ba? We want to break that mentality, di ba? Kasi in this episode, we will talk about na school can only do so much for you, okay? It is you who will determine your success. That's why, we're excited for this episode.
Maraming salamat, Sir Linus. So yan, this episode is not only for our graduating batch, but for also all our minors out there, no? I think it's high time na kulong tayo sa bahay. It's time for some self-reflection din. Isipin na natin kung ano rin gagawin natin for our futures. All right? So, that being said, we thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. We hope you guys have a great time. We will see you soon on our In Focus for today.
See you there.
All right, I am so excited to introduce our guest for today. Please welcome our wonderful friend, Kuya Nicole Mercado. Good afternoon, Kuya Nicole. Welcome
Hi,
to the
good
show.
afternoon.
Hello.
Lucas, Miggy, Alfie, Kuya Linus, Sir Linus, and sa ating lahat ng mga nanonood ng FortiKast. Hello po sa inyong lahat.
All right, so Kuya Nico, magandang hapon. So, ang drill natin dito sa FortiKast, before we get to the meat of the college discussion, maybe you can share with us, anong mga highlights of the week mo? Kamusta naman ang linggo mo, Kuya?
Ayun, so currently kasi I'm just starting with my new work. So basically the highlight of the week of my week is really doing research, no. Current parang sa research yung research kasi namin, we're trying to study, alam nyo ba yung limestones? Yan, mga limestones, pagpunta kayo sa Palawan, sa Siargao, yung mga islands, those are limestones. No? So our project or our research will technically assess kung yung tao ba, yung tourism ba, has an adverse effect to these landscapes. No? Kasi kapag ganun pala yung nangyayari, we have to limit the tourism in that area para hindi naman masira yung mga landscape na yun. So yun, para magawa yun, I'm reading some papers na makakapag-contribute dun sa ating research. Ayun.
That
And
is
aside from
great.
that, kasi I'm also a financial advisor with True Life UK. So I'm doing at night after my 8-hour job, I'm doing sidelines. So I'm doing client meetings, ganun.
All right, best of luck. So, dear Mariners, we are in the midst of a former student council president, and this Kuya Mercado ranked top one in the geology board exam last Feb. So, congratulations for that, no?
Thank you, thank you.
So, that being said, let's start our in focus for today. So, Alfie, why don't you go ahead and start our discussion for today?
Sure thing. So, if I may ask you, what was your story when you applied for college and when you chose the course you are in right now? Also, what advice would you give us that you wished you would have done before?
Ayan. So siguro backtrack muna tayo dun sa college. Ano, how did I choose my field as a geologist, no? Back in high school, no, I am also sabihin natin bida-bida in high school. I am the president of our student council, ganyan. No, meron
Mhm.
akong prof noon or teacher. She's our earth science teacher. Tapos yung anak niya is a geologist. So parang nung nag-iisip na ako ano ba yung gusto kong maging in the future, siya yung nagkwento sa akin na, oh, ito yung anak ko, she's a geologist and look at her pay. Kasi pinakompute niya sa akin yung pay ng anak niya that time. And naalala ko noon, dollars pa yung binigay niya. I have to convert it to peso nung time na yun. So, pumapatak, no? Na-entice ako kasi sabi ko, wow, parang 100,000 kada buwan yung na-receive nung anak niya. Yung pala kasi nasa abroad, no? So, that's normal kapag nasa abroad ka. So, sabi ko, sige, ito na yung kukunin ko. I will take geology. Ano pa lang noon, first year high school pa lang ako noon. Already have this idea in mind. Tapos, nung fourth year high school na nga ako, so, hindi mo naman kasi masabi yung panahon, no? So, I was encouraged to enter the seminary then. So, yan, si Kuya Linus kasama kaya noon, no? So, pero bago pa ako ako mag-fully enter ng seminary, I took also the UPCAT. So, kasi sa Manila, ang akala ko lang noon, geology is only offered by UP. Tsaka, ang ina-examan ko lang kasi nung high school na yung libre. And since sa top ako nung high school, libre sa UP, walang bayad, walang exam fee, I took the UPCAT and also in LaSalle. No? So, sa UP, I passed geology nung 2012. And sa LaSalle naman, parang ang napasa ko nun is ME kasi walang geology doon. So, I have to take yung pinaka-feel ko kaya ko. So, I took ME in LaSalle. No, tapos, pero, since nga na hindi nag-change yung plans ko, hindi ako nagtuloy ng geology, I entered the seminary. So, I studied philosophy instead for 2 years. Okay, or almost 3 years. Tapos, after a while, sabi ko, siguro sa discernment ko na din na hindi ako for that life or hindi pa ako for religious life. No? So, I left the seminary. Tapos, nung nag-left ako ng seminary, tawag dito, ang gusto ko talagang matake that time was geology. Gusto ko talagang i-enroll kasi hindi pa naman ako to finish philosophy. So I have to continue my college studies. So sabi ko, this time, geology na talaga yung kukunin ko. And my option back then was Mapua. Kasi Mapua is a nice school also for geology. Kasi sa UP, ang hirap mag-transfer, no? But then, kasi hindi naman kami galing sa mayamang pamilya. So sabi ko, hindi ko kaya yung Mapua, quart term. So, 4 na beses kami magbabayad sa isang year. So, tapos ang dilemma ko pa noon that time, kailangan may laptop ka upon admission. Kasi there will be online quizzes, ganyan, online exams. Wala pa akong laptop nun. So sabi ko, baka hindi ako pang Mapua. So I gave up Mapua. Then, suddenly, since wala kaming budget, no, I stopped school. So I stopped going to college. Ang ginawa ko noon, just to make myself or my time productive, I worked as a call center agent sa gabi, tapos nagtrabaho din akong academic tutor sa hapon. So, gano'n, para hindi ko din maisip na. Kasi back then, parang din siya, no, it's painful for me to stop kasi as a studious person, gusto ko talagang mag-aral. And the fact na parang dahil lang wala kaming pera, ganyan, no, masakit yun para sa akin. No? So, para hindi ko siya maisip, I devoted my time to work. So I work as a call center agent and a academic tutor. Then after almost 1 year, Sabi ko noon, baka it's time, no? I already have enough resources to start, at least to start going to school again. So, ang ginawa ko noon, I went to UP again. So, sabi ko, try ko ulit sa UP, baka ano, no, I can transfer na. So, nagpunta ako sa UP, nag-submit ako ng application, but no, nung nagpunta na ako doon, closed yung geology program for transferees. So, sabi ko, ang sad naman na lang geology. Hindi ako makakapag-direct geology kaagad. So, ang option ko noon, I chose parang ang nilagay ko sa application ko noon, linguistics. So, ang plan ko kasi, I will take linguistics muna for a year, then I'll transfer or I'll shift to geology. So, okay na. Parang ganun ang setup ko. Sabi ko, sige, okay na yun. No, UP is okay naman, no? UP kasi yun. So, parang after ilang days, di nasa bahay lang ako, nag-iisip-isip. Parang ako, na bigla akong na-disturb. Sabi ko, paano kaya, what if, no, hindi ma-accept yung application ko sa UP? Kasi, I know, parang sa idea ko, kapag transfer sa UP, talagang competition Talagang irarank ka against dun sa mga kasama mo, no? Syempre, yung school namin, hindi ganun kakilala. Tapos, yung jiwa ko, hindi, parang, okay siya, pero baka hindi siya ganun ka-impressive for the evaluators. So, sabi ko, paano kaya, no, kapag hindi ako natanggap uli sa UP? So, ano nang gagawin ko? Mag-stop na naman ako. Kasi during that time, it was the time na nag-shift na yung mga schools to August. No, so UP, mag-start na sila ng August. Tapos, June na yun that time. Sabi ko, if hihintayin ko yung UP for August, tapos hindi ako nag-apply sa ibang schools na nag-start na ngayong June, baka matengga na naman ako, no? Bigla akong ma-decline sa UP, hindi na ako makakapag-aral uli. So, I went to, as prayerful as I am back then, na nagpunta ako sa Adoration Chapel namin dito sa Parañaque. So, ang dasal ko lang noon, then and there na yung pagkaisip ko talaga noon, diretso ako, kahit gabi yun, dumiretso ako sa Adoration Chapel. So, sabi ko, praying, my thoughts, yung prayer ko, sabi ko, Lord, I want to ask you, saan mo ba ako gustong dalhin? No? Saan mo ba ako gustong pag-aralin? I'm in a crossroads, hindi ko na alam kung saan ako pupunta. No? Kung left or right ba. So, direct me kung saan mo ako gustong pag-aralin. Pero before that, no, before ko sabihin ko ano nangyari, just a backstory din, nag-apply na pala ako sa Adamson. No? Bakit ko hindi naging option si Adamson? No, kasi una, no, syempre, no, pag galing kang science high school, yung thought mo, you're always focused on the big four. That's true, no? Talagang big four lang yung options mo. So, no high school ako, never naman pumasok sa isip ko na I will study in Adamson. Kasi, as a UAAP fan back then, parang ang fan ako ng Ateneo. So, sabi ko, Ateneo yung dream school ko talaga. Hindi naman namin kaya. So, hindi talaga pumasok sa isip ko na mag-apply sa Adamson. Pero yun nga, nung nagtatrabaho pa ako sa call center, may nakapagsabi sa akin na, may scholarship sa Adamson, student assistant. No, so, you apply, baka makapasa ka. So, I applied, pero na-decline ako on my first application. So, sabi ko, yes, hindi ako para sa Adamson. Kasi, yun na lang hinihingi kong sign. If pag natanggap ako sa student assistantship, I'm for Adamson. Pero kung hindi, edi hindi ako for Adamson. So, sabi ko, yes, hindi ako for Adamson. Ayan. So, yun na yun. So, bali ang isip ko na, wala na sa option si Adamson University. So, going back to my story dun sa Adoration Chapel. So, yun nga, ang dasal ko, Lord, direct me kung saan mo ako gustong pag-aralin. No, where do you want me to study? Anong plan mo for me? Alam nyo ba, pag open ng mata ko, no, kasi titingin ako sa Blessed Sacrament. Pag tingin ko sa Blessed Sacrament, may naka-block sa Blessed Sacrament. May isang lalaki, nakadamit sa Adamson. So sabi ko, goosebumps talaga ako. Sabi ko, bakit Adamson? So, na-decline na ako sa scholarship. Hindi namin kaya yung tuition na 40,000 a sem. No, paano mangyayari na magpupunta ako or mag-aaral ako sa isang private Catholic school? No, so, pero upon discerning, sige, sabi ko, nagdasal pa ako. Sabi ko, sige, ayoko sanang maniwala sa science, no? Pero, sige, Lord, if rarely na mangyari to, so kung dito mo ako gustong pag-aralin sa Adamson, lahat ng inipon ko sa call center, I will use it for my first sem, to pay for the first sem. No? But, after first sem, no, I will surrender everything. Ikaw na bahala sa akin, no, sa Adamson. True enough, alam niyo ba, no, after first sem, I was accepted as student assistant for 1 year. So akala ko yun na yun, no? I'm a student assistant na. Then after a year, I became a scholar of a mining company. So, after nun, hindi na ako nagtrabaho kasi pag assistant ka, you'll work while you study, di ba? So, after a year, hindi na ako nag-work na study na lang. That's why, nagkaroon din ako ng free time for extracurricular. So, true enough, no, pagkatapos ng first sem, wala na akong nilabas na kahit isang 5 to pay Adamson. Kasi lahat kumbaga nag-slowly come into ano na lang, into reality lahat na nangyari. Nakagraduate ako ng, parang ang binayad lang namin is about 30K sa Adamson. So, ayun, yun yung story ko sa college. Now, yung second question, ano uling second question? Sorry, Alvin, na masyado na ako na-immerse dun sa kwento ko.
Bago yung second question, no, Alfie, no? Grabe yung
Yes,
journey niya, no? Grabe, no? Very inspiring, no? Kasi parang nakikita ko nga si Nicole tsaka si Lucas. Kasi high school pa lang si Nicole, pumupunta na ako sa school nila noon kasi sa missionary back then, no? And nakilala ko, Nicole was the student council president para si Lucas noon. No? Talagang very active. Sabi nga niya, Jollibee, bida-bida. No? So, sali sa lahat and all. And, di ba, hindi siya naging madamot kay Lord. Parang
High five, Nico.
di ba? Hindi siya naging madamot kay Lord. At trinain niya mag-soul search. Tingnan yung vocation niya. And it turned out hindi siya din. Pero still, the Lord guided him sa kung ano talaga yung para sa kanya. Di ba?
Yes.
And tingnan yung struggle niya, no? Talagang hindi tulad ng iba. Ang daming pang tuition, pero ayaw mag-aral ng maayos. Di ba? May mga taong you have to really work hard. Okay? And same kami na story nung nasa academy ako, mahal ng tuition sa academy, no? I had to work while studying.
Studying.
Oo, yun ang mahirap, no? Gigising ako ng 2 a.m. 12 kasi ang shift ko ay 2 a.m. hanggang 10. Tapos 10 a.m. lalabas ako, klase ko 12 sa I-Academy. Tapos uuwi ako ng 6, 7, ganyan, iidlip. Papasok na naman sa So, salute sa mga hardworking students out there. No? So,
Yes,
indeed,
oo.
salute. Talagang pag-college talaga, ito na eh. Konting hakbang na lang, totoong buhay na talaga. Or for even some, totoong buhay na talaga ang college. No? So, good luck sa atin lahat. Thank you for that wonderful story, Quinn. Nagulat ako dun sa part na pagdilat mo, may taong naka-black. Sabi ko,
Talagang
Diyos ko,
yun,
adoration
yung
chapel ba yun?
akalain.
Ano ba yan?
As in, sobra pag nandun ka sa moment na yun, talagang tataas yung balahibo mo. Kasi parang binigay na sa'yo sa mukha mo, parang in your face na yung sagot ni Lord.
You know,
yung
tama,
palahan na
tama.
yun. Ayun.
Thank you. So, Miggy, why don't you go ahead and ask our next question? You're muted, by the way.
Okay, so in high school we've been always told na you better be ready for college na it's gonna be really hard, it's gonna be really different. So I'm curious, how was the transition like for you? Like from high school to college, you had to become more independent and stuff. Maybe a little comparison like how the professors and workloads were like. So yeah.
Siguro, siguro disclaimer, no, parang wag kayo masyadong matakot sa college because college is really exciting, college is really fun. So, sana ganun yung ma-inculcate sa inyo, no? Don't be afraid of college kasi college talaga, ito na talaga yung real life. No, kasi sa high school, of course, para tayong nasa yan sabihin natin incubator, no? Kasi talagang minomold tayo, closely monitored ng mga teachers. And yung teachers dyan, of course, kahit sabihin nilang nila na, sige, parang to train you in college, I will do this, I will do that. Pero sa totoo lang, talagang binibaby pa tayo ng mga teachers in high school. No? Kasi pagdating mo sa college, doon na talaga na may malulupit talaga na mga prof na talagang naranasan ko na kasi I'm very GC ako, no? Grade conscious ako na tao. Tapos, parang may isang instance nun, kailangan kong mag-leave ng class because I have to attend a required recollection. Kasi usually sa college, hindi nagko-coordinate yung mga tao na kailangan. Hindi ka ma-excuse kahit na required dun sa kabilang subject yung kailangan mong attendan. So, hindi ako na-excuse dun sa laboratory class na yun. And hindi ako nakapagpasa ng paper ko noon. So sabi ko, baka bumagsak na ako if I didn't pag hindi ko napasa yung sheet ko, yung lab sheet ko. So ang ginawa ko, inabangan ko yung prof sa lahat ng schedule, inalam ko yung schedule ng prof, talagang sinundan ko yung schedule niya. Tapos hanggang sa nagkatagpo na kami No, tapos nung ipapasa ko na yung paper ko, sabi niya, hindi ko natatanggapin yan, no? I will not accept that anymore kasi you're absent and you're late already. So sabi ko, hala, ganyan, ang sakit naman noon, ganyan, JC ako, ganyan. Tapos, daw sa isip ko lang yung sinabi. Pero tapos, nung sinabi niya, no, minsan, no, kapag college ka na, you have to accept na hindi lahat ng things will turn out the way you want it to be. No, may mga bagay talaga na hindi siya yung ine-expect mo. And I think yun naman yung dapat din natin expect, no, as you guys are preparing for college. No, while college is also fun, may mga bagay talaga na hindi mangyayari na gusto natin. No, but then, my advice siguro is huwag kayong ma-discourage. Just like how you persevered in high school, just like how you did your best in high school, no? Dalhin nyo lang yung same same qualities na yun when you went to college. Kasi yun din naman yung nakatulong sa akin, no? Siguro, a chunk of what I am right now is because of my high school training. So, training ako maging tough, no? Kasi sa science high school, talagang puyatan din doon. So, ayun, lahat naman yun na nadala ko nung high school na ako. And nung nag-college na ako. Ayun. So, no specific qualities or tawag dito, sabihin nating tips, no? Basta, yun lang, kung ano yung ginagawa nyo sa high school na sa tingin nyo works for you, bring it also in college. Kasi, kayo naman yan, no? Kumbaga, ang college hindi siya, sabihin natin, iba-iba siya ng perspective, subjective siya. Kumbaga, iba yung experience ng isa, iba yung experience ng isa. Maybe for some people it's hard, maybe for some people it's easy. But the sure thing is, kapag ginagawa mo yung nagwo-work for you, in any situation, kaya sa high school, ganyan, no, matutulungan ka nun, even in college.
Thank you for that. Ako, excited na ako, Sir Linus. Guys, konting months na lang. Excited na ako mag-college. So, thank you for that. Ako, I feel really pumped up right now. And to our grade 11s dyan, sana excited na rin kayo. Kasi at first, honestly, I had that apprehension. Parang, sa college, may mga prof na, bahala ka na, yun na gagawin. So, syempre, natakot ako kasi, syempre, I deserve din naman to know ano ba talagang gagawin, di ba? Kasi, come on. Kaya, thank you for this wonderful stories that you've been sharing. Ako, I'm really ready to take on college. So, let's take a break first from our discussion. Let's greet our viewers, no? So, we have here some comments. So, Sir Linus, why don't you go ahead and, go ahead, Sir Linus. You can read this comment. Naka-mute pala kayo, sir.
Mr. Fernandez, hello Sir Rod. Sabi niya, I can relate to Nico in many ways. I was a student assistant when I was in UP after realizing that priesthood was not my calling. Oh, yes. Nga, Rod, dati siyang seminaryan sa Guadalupe yata.
Grabe, kung kailan ako graduating, ngayon ko lang nalaman to, Sir Rods. Let's have a chat soon. And sabi ni Sir Rod here also, we need more engineers and scientists in the Philippines, also priests. Ayan, thank you for that, sir. So especially on the field of science, talagang kailangan nga talagang support ng ating mga kababayan, no? So going back to our discussions, I really want to know, your work ethic also, Kuya Nico. But we share this, we are both very much involved in our extracurricular activities. So maybe I'd like to ask, how were you able to juggle both academics and extracurricular activities? Maybe you can share some tips or yung story mo, how you were able to juggle being the student council president and all your commitments.
Okay. So actually, before going or bago ako nag-join ng mga extracurricular ng college, parang ang mindset ko noon, when I entered Adamson, sabi ko, I will not join any extracurricular anymore. Kasi sabi ko, I've had enough in high school, no? Sobrang active ko ng high school. As in, lahat talaga ata sinalihan ko. So sabi ko, for college, I'll study na lang. Kasi naghahabol din naman ako ng time. Sabi ko, baka mas madali ako makakagraduate if I focus on my studies. No? Pero hindi pala ganun yung case kasi kapag nasanay ka na sa extracurricular, hahanapin talaga siya nung katawan mo. No? So, nung nagkaroon na nga ako ng time kasi hindi na nga ako naging student assistant, so I became a full scholar, sabi ko, baka ito na yung sign ni Lord na I have to join extracurricular again. So nag-join muna ako ng Physics Society, then after a year I was elected as the president of the student council. And it's hard, no, kasi buong university, hawak mo yung buong Adamson University, no, you're catering to the needs of the students for the whole university. Pero tapos I am trying to maintain my status as the top one of the batch. No, kasi I'm one of the best. Hindi, sabihin natin, I'm running for the top one of the batch nung panahon namin. So, siguro ang nakatulong sa akin, you have to really, above all, kasi student leader na, you're a student first. So, you have to make sure na alam mo sa sarili mo na you prioritize studies over other things. Lalo na sa point ko, kasi ako ay scholar. So, hindi ko kayang i-sacrifice yung pag-aaral sa extracurricular. So, kailangan, no, kapag nag-clash na talaga yung time, you have to choose academics lagi. So, yun yung number one rule, no? Kailangan academics, number one. Okay? Number two, you have to really make a schedule. So, scheduling or proper scheduling helped me to manage my schedule as the president, as the same time as a student. No, so, you have to really parang maging OC ka sa pag-schedule mo, ano ba yung mga to-do list mo or deliverables mo for the week, for the extracurricular, and at the same time, ano ba yung mga deliverables mo for the academic. So you have to list that and you have to schedule that kung meron kang plan, ganyan, or kung gusto mo naman ng Google Calendar, okay din. No, so it will really help. And third, no, kailangan, talagang madami kang ka-close na mga kaklase mo, ganyan, pala kaibigan ka. Kasi, kunyari, lagi ako na-excuse kasi I have to attend a lot of meetings, I have to attend a lot of out-of-campus seminars. No? So, pagbabalik na ako, alangan naman hindi ko tanongin yung mga kaklase ko. No? So, meron akong mga inner circle na talagang sila yung pinagtatanungan ko kung ano na bang nangyari nung wala ako. So, para nakaka-cope up din ako. And dapat magko-cope up ka, hindi mo papabayaan. Kailangan mag-effort ka din na maghabol kung ano yung na missed mo nung nawala ka. Kasi yun naman yung commitment mo, no, as a student leader. And of course, dapat you have to be honest with your professors din, lalo na sa college. Kasi hindi naman katulad sa high school na madaling kausapin yung mga teachers. Basta student council ka, okay na. Ngayon sa college, kailangan talaga you have to talk to your professors beforehand. No, you have to tell na ma'am, sir, I'm part of the student council, and this coming week I have to attend a seminar in Palawan, ganyan. No, so okay lang po ba magpa-excuse ako? Kasi maiintindihan naman nila yon. Kesa yung hindi ka nagsasabi, no, tapos bigla-bigla ka na lang na mawawala dun sa classroom nyo. So, naging helpful din sa akin yun, no, na-explain ko ng maayos sa mga professors ko. And siguro blessing na din na during the time that I am the president of the student council, lahat ng prof ko nun mababait. So, walang tumapat na na sabihin natin na medyo hindi okay. So, lahat sila very supportive of me naman nung president pa ako. So, ayun, and always be sincere, no, sa lahat ng gagawin mo, mapa-ACADS, mapa-extracurricular, because sincerity talaga yung tutulong sa'yo all throughout ng journey mo as a student leader and as a student. Ayun.
Thank you so much for that. No, so this message goes out to our new student leaders out there, guys. Kayang-kaya niyo yan. And grabe na ko doon. Marami kasi talaga nagpapaalam na walang sinasabi, di ba? Bigla na lang nawawala eh. Kaya sabi ko, wala man lang paalam. So thank you for that, Nicole. I hope our SEBs watching, new SEBs watching right now, always remember na student muna kayo.
Yes. Add ko lang din, no, may times talaga na sa college, makakita ka ng prof na hindi talaga nag-considerate, na may mga ganun talaga. And siguro that's the time na kailangan mo i-accept sa sarili mo na hindi mo kayang i-control lahat. No, so kung ma-miss mo yung exam, tapos di ka pinag-exam uli, hindi ka nakakapag-take ng special quiz or exam, just accept it. Then, na lang, mag-make amends ka na lang siguro sa other exams. So, galingan mo, ibig sabihin, sa mga future exams and quizzes. Kasi hindi naman talaga lahat, no, hindi naman very ideal ang setting natin. So, may mga tao talaga na hindi magsusupport sa'yo. Ayun.
Thank you so much for that, Kuya Nico. So, Linus, go ahead.
Yes, no, ang dami ko ng takeaway sa discussion natin. 'Di ba? Yun nga. So, shout out to our newly elected SEB officers. So, before you're a leader, you're a student first. So, tandaan niyo yan. So, prioritize din yung studies, okay? But at the same time, serving the school. Yes. So we still have questions. Yes. Sino pang may tanong?
Yeah, I think the next question is with you, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
ito gustong-gusto ko 'to itanong no. Many junior high school and senior high school students are anxious and afraid of failing Big Four universities entrance exam. Di ba? So, kasi di ba yun, tama nga si Nico, especially if you're coming from a science high school, di ba? Or you're an honor student, yung mentality natin is, or yung parents natin graduate ng
Oo.
Lasal, Ateneo, UP, UST, no, na yun yung gusto sa atin, no? So, yan, isa yung pressure. Pero Nico, based on your experience, what advice can you tell them? Kasi anxiety-inducing talaga siya, no? And yung iba, nasisira pa yung mental health nila dyan. Di ba? Na parang, alam mo yun, parang dahil yun yung inaakala nilang path nila pero hindi nag-work, nag-ano sila, di ba? Spiral yung kanilang career. So, what do you think is the advice that you can tell them?
Ang hirap kasi talagang mahirap pag ano ka sa situation na yan, no? But first of all, syempre, gusto ko lang i-validate. No? Talagang valid naman yung ganong thinking kasi that's how, kumbaga, yun ang kinalakihan natin, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, no? And props naman talaga dun sa 4 big universities kasi they are the 4 best universities in the Philippines. However, no, babalik tayo dun sa reality na parang hindi lahat, kumbaga may mga bagay na hindi mangyayari ng naayon sa ating kagustuhan. No, so naniniwala kasi ako lagi na if you're destined to be in that university, mangyayari 'yon. No, kahit hindi ka mag-effort, kung doon ay hindi naman sa hindi ka mag-effort, no. Kahit anong, kumbaga kahit minimal lang effort mo, kung doon ka talaga naka destiny, doon ka mapupunta. No, ako sadyang hindi ako destined, no, to take my bachelor's. Ayan, doon muna tayo, to take my bachelor's in Ateneo na na dream school ko. So, din pala yung mapupuntahan ko, Adamson naman, no. So, siguro
Oy,
first
wait lang, no? Tsaka mas magaling ang Adamson sa ano, no? Sa cheer.
sa dance. Ay, para mas magaling sila sa basketball. Pero ayan. Going back, so ano lang, siguro first of all, ipag-pray nyo. No, yun naman lagi. So sorry for very religious tips, no, pero ipag-pray nyo lang kung para saan ba kayo. Wala namang masama na gustuhin natin mapunta sa Big Four, no. Pero if ever man, no, if in the event na hindi tayo makapasok nga dun sa Big Four, no, don't think na may mali sa inyo, no, because at in reality walang mali sa inyo, no. You're good as you are, you're amazing as you are, kasi sadya lang na hindi doon nakaplano yung para sa atin, no. And don't think na ang success ay nakabase sa school, no. And I think I can prove it kasi ako naman hindi ako nag-aral sa Big Four, but hindi naman sa pag-iibang, no, I become the top one of our board exam. And bakit ko na-achieve yon? Because I worked hard. No, it will all boil down kung gaano tayo ka hardworking, no, ka-sincere sa ating mga goals, and gaano ka ba nagdi-dream ng kung ano, gaano ba kataas yung dream mo. No, so if you dream high, kahit saan ka mapuntang school, no, wala man yan sa Big Four, tapos you're very hardworking, ma-achieve mo yung dream mo. No, so yung school, hanggang ano lang yan kumbaga bragging rights lang siguro, no, yung school. Pero after that, no, ang mahalaga, you know kung ano yung gusto mo, you know your values din, no, be grounded on your values para kahit saan ka mang mapunta, iba-iba man ng orientation yung mga school, no, babalik at babalik ka kung ano yung values mo. And through that, no, I think yun yung magiging susi mo to success. Ayun.
Thank you so much for that. Oh, I'm so excited na ako mag-college. Sana excited na rin kayo, guys. So, if you guys are still watching us, no, kindly comment #Destiny. Kasi wala talaga tayong magagawa.
Oo.
Destiny na yan, di ba? Kuya Nico, what do you think?
And yes, and to add, no, kasi kung gusto mo talaga mag-aral dun sa Big Four, don't worry. Kasi pag nag-masters ka sa graduate school, madali na lang talaga, no? You can choose wherever you want to study. Kasi kung gusto mo for example, for our case, no, the only school that offers graduate school or graduate studies in geology is UP. So kung gusto ko talaga mag-graduate school, wala akong choice but to study in UP. So naging ano din ako, no? Nag-study din ako sa UP in that case. So kayo, ganun din, no? Huwag kayong mawalan ng pag-asa kasi pag nag-graduate school naman kayo, no, continuous naman ang learning natin, you can still enroll to those schools na, yung Big Four.
Uy,
Thank
yes.
you.
Lucas, totoo yan, no, di ba? Di ba, kwento ko sa yan, di ba, parang wala kasing nag-ano sa akin, no, nag-guide sa akin, no, so nataranta na rin ako noon nung nag-iisip ako ng college, di ba? Sabi ko, sana pala nag-UST na ako diretso, pero nag-I Academy ako, di ba? Pero right after Academy, nag-aral ako sa UST for my teacher certificate.
Mm-mm.
Right now, I'm studying in UP, di ba, for my master's degree, di ba? So, wow! Alam mo, talagang, if you really work hard talaga, no? Kasi I work, nag-study hard ako nung nandun ako sa some school. So, matatanggap ka sa susunod na applyan mo kasi ang ganda ng record mo, di ba? Yung work ethic mo. So, I think that's the...
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kuya Nico. So, ako, just like to add to the discussion, no? Kasi, syempre, nung start ng pandemic, isa sa mga naging is grade 12 ako, no? So, parang, anong gagawin ngayon? Di ba? Dapat mag-a-apply ka physically kasi kukuha ka ng forms, gano'n. Pero nung sinabing online at ang basehan is grades, nagpanik na lahat. Naku po, dapat ginalingan ko nung grade 10, nung grade 9, so puro pagdududa, pagsisisi na. Tama kasi sinasabi nila, ang pagsisisi ay laging nasa huli. So parang nagpanik na lahat. Pero I was talking to my cousins all my friends na college, at isa lang talaga ang sinabi nila sa akin. Sabi nila sa akin, alam mo, huwag kang mag-alala. Kung kahit hindi ka makapasok sa college or gusto mo, there will always be a way na makakapasok ka sa college. Okay?
Yes.
So, I was very reassured hearing that kasi sabi ko parang, either way, I'll still get in. Kahit hindi ko dream university yan. Dahil continuous nga naman talaga ang learning. So, thank you for this wonderful discussion that we have so far. We hope you guys are learning a lot. And here we see a lot of comments of #Destiny. Wow. Baka mapakanta tayo ng Destiny's Child dito. So, maybe to wrap up our discussion for the day, no, kasi marami talaga akong learnings and key takeaways, no. Kuya Nico, thank you so much again for joining us. Ako, I learned a lot. So maybe to cap this our discussion all of, ito, your advice na lang for all of us, either graduating this year or either still already planning or already reflecting kung anong plan nila for college. So maybe what are some techniques or advice that we can start preparing so that we don't have such a tough time with college demands? And also, kung any advice na you'd like to give, baka na sana may mga naisip ka na, ay, dapat ito yung ginawa ko before, dapat ito yung mga sinabi ko or mga ginawa ko. So maybe you can share with us some of your advice or ang tinatawag namin dito, your wow or words of wisdom. So,
Sige,
wow!
wait lang. Inaalala ko lang yung
Go ahead.
usual na advice ko. So, actually, summarize ko yun sa FOR, no? SOAR, SOAR, kasi sorry, Falcons kami. No? So, summarize ko yun dun sa SOAR. No? First, always see the opportunity in every difficulty. Sa college, it will be really difficult, no? Talagang magiging mas mahirap siya compared to high school. But always know that behind all this struggles or difficulties, there's this opportunity. And you have learning kasi mag-learn ka lang if you meet struggles and challenges, no? Kasi kung very smooth lang yung lalakaran mo, no, parang all-knowing ka na, wala ka nang kailangan matutunan. And I think the best way to learn is by meeting those challenges. No, and letter O, ano nga ba yung letter O? Nakalimutan ko yung letter O. Basta letter O, mamaya. Yung letter O. Letter A, ano ba to? Wait lang. So, give me 1 minute to remember.
Go ahead.
Nakalimutan ko yung sasabihin ko. Pero letter R, sige, punta muna tayo sa letter R. R is relay everything to God. Just like what I did, no? Everything, I relayed everything to God. And, ayun, kapag naman relay mo lahat kay Lord, walang, you'll never go wrong. Na lahat ng gagawin nyo, na lahat ng decision na gagawin nyo sa buhay, as much as possible, you ask God if it's what He wants for you. Okay? Kasi mas maganda na secured tayo, no? Kasi pag you ask the Lord what He wants, secured ka na you're on the right path. No, letter A, naalala ko na act on your goals. No, while it's good na you have goals, no, di yun automatic na it will come into reality. You have to really work hard and you really have to strategize kung paano mo siya gagawin. No, so you have to have a strategy. Kung ano yung strategy na yun, I don't really know kung or hindi ako makakapagbigay kasi you have to have the strategy na nababagay sa iyo. Maybe for me, my strategy is work, for example, sa review, ganito yung ginagawa ko, it works for me. Pero iba yun sa iyo. 'Di ba? So kailangan you find ano ba yung tawag dito? Ano ba yung best strategy for you? Okay? And letter O, isa na lang, hindi ko pa maalala. O, sige, letter O, open your hearts no for advices, for wisdom sa ibang tao. Kasi sa buhay or sa college, no, you'll meet a lot of people. And this is an opportunity to learn din sa kanila. Kasi aminin natin, no, hindi lalo na kayo na medyo bata pa, as you go to college, doon nyo talaga matututunan yung iba't ibang processes in life, no? Yung iba't ibang kalakaran when it comes to life. And matututunan yan, of course, sa mga mas may experience sa inyo. No, so sa mga professors nyo, sa mga magiging seniors nyo, and just open yourself to those kinds of wisdom. And also, kapag meron na kayong ganon, share it also to others. Pass it forward, pay it forward. Ayun. So very abstract man yung aking binigay, but I'm sure magiging helpful yun sa inyo. No, kayo na bahala kung paano niyo specifically i-apply sa college journey niyo. Basta remember to always soar high kung nasan man kayo. Ayun.
Thank you, Kuya Nico. So, grabe. Whew, I will soar high. We will all soar high. So, Mariners, so our 40 viewers out there, give a round of applause to our guest for today, Kuya Nico, your virtual round of applause. Thank you, Kuya Nico. So, ulitin, maraming salamat for joining us. So, someone joked here, we need to remember SRAO kasi hindi nagtuloy-tuloy. Yeah, so maraming salamat. So, thank you so much for joining us, Kuya Nico. Sa uulitin po, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you
Kuya.
for the tips and advice.
All right. So, but before we leave, no, let's digest it a bit, no. Let's discuss. Ano ba mga key learnings you guys? Maybe 1 to 2 minute answer for your key learnings. Let's start with Miggy. Ikaw, any key learnings that you had?
Ang naano ko talaga, nakakuha ko talaga doon, keep praying, praying and praying. Like, when he was telling his story, parang yun na talaga narinig ko na he just kept on praying. So many times he mentioned the word prayer. So, I think, yep, that's going to get you through. Really. Trust
Thank
me.
you.
Trust
What
him
about you,
also.
Alfie? What about Alfie? Your thoughts?
Well, I guess I'm honestly a bit nervous of college kasi the first big mountain to climb talaga is the application form of whether to enter or reject from the college you want. Pero the one that I'll remember for today is kahit anong college you want, it doesn't have to be the big four. It can be, and as he said before, Lucas, no matter what, you will find a way to get into college. Kahit it's the college you don't want it or your dream college. If you work hard and if you work hard, be honest and stick to your schedule, then I'm sure you'll make it to college.
Thank you, Alfie. What about you, Sir Linus? Your wow words of wisdom. Your key takeaways.
Sobrang dami, pero ako, yung title ng episode natin is Drive to Survive. Pero I think, after hearing from Nico, no, he didn't just survive, he thrived. Di ba? So drive to thrive. I think that's the goal, no? Bloom where you are planted. Ito yung laging sinasabi sa amin dati, no? Bloom where you are planted. Nilagay ka sa UP ni Lord, nilagay ka sa UST, nilagay ka Ateneo, nilagay ka sa UE, di ba? Or sa Lasal or CSB or whatever school. At the end of the day, it is your work ethic. Okay? Trust me, I've seen, kasi nag-share ako sa HR office, di ba, ng office. I've seen interviews. It's not just the school. It's your attitude. It's your work ethic. Okay? That determines your future success in life. And ito lang rin yun. Be open. Sabi nga, kasi akala mo yan na yung career mo for the rest of your life. Pero I know our grade 12 students learned in their work immersion, di ba? Yung mga speakers, di ba? Parang at first, sure na sila sa career na to. Then, biglang may nag-open opportunity and boom, career shift. And they thrive in that career. So yun, ano, um, hold on to your virtues. Tama nga si Nico, no? Kasi masusubok yan sa college. Talagang masusubok yan, no, yung virtue. No?
Tama, sir. So, yan, sabi nga ni Sir John Watt, Adoration Chapel, a place where you can find answers to your questions. Thank you, sir. Tama yan. Ang key takeaway naman ni Sir John Watt, kindly read, Sir Linus.
Lots of uncertainty, but don't let fear paralyze you. If you don't try, you have no chance of succeeding. Correct. Thank you, Sir John.
Thank you, Sir John. Sabi nga ni Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, just to add on, no, my key takeaways aside from SOAR, naalala ko yung ating, ating mnemonic din for our minors, hope. Let's never forget to hope. Ano nga ba yun? Humility, order, piety, and excellence. I'm pretty sure the batch 2021 and all the other batches will take these virtues sa college. So let's never forget to be humble. Let's never forget to be orderly, to be pious, and to be excellent, because through that we will soar high. So again, thank you, Kuya Nico, for your time and for your wonderful stories. We really appreciate it. So before we go, some announcements that we'd like to share. So syempre, we have here every Friday, Knowing the Faith, our doctrine classes with our school chaplain, Father Dan Estepa. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And next week na po ata ang huling episode ng Season 2 ng FortiKast. So we hope you guys get to join us by then. So before we leave for the weekend, any closing remarks or anything you guys would like to share with our audience today? Let's start with Sir Linus. Any closing words for our viewers today?
Have a great weekend. Rest, because next week you will complete all your requirements. Konting push na lang. Okay, Mariners? And congrats to a job well done to everyone.
Thank you, sir. What about you, Alfie? Your closing words for our 40 viewers out there.
I guess my last words would be same as Sir Linus po. Final push before the summer. So might as well finish everything para you can just relax and enjoy.
Thank you, Alfie. And you, Miggy, your thoughts? Your closing words for our audience.
Before I say my closing thoughts, I'm pretty sure the doctrine classes are now on Saturday instead of Friday.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for the correction.
And closing thoughts. Yep. Have a restful week, and don't forget what my brother said. Sorrow. Yeah. So
naiba na yung SOAR. So thank you, Miners. Ako from my end, have a great weekend. Please make sure to rest. And konting push na lang. Grabe, paulit-ulit na lang. Konting push na lang, matatapos na rin tayo. Okay? So, push, pray until something happens. Yun, last. SOAR, hope, and push. Thank you, Sir John Watt, for that. So, that being said, allow me to close today's episode. We thank you for joining us in today's episode. We hope you had a great time and you learned something new today. Virtus in Veritate, there is strength in virtue. See you in our last episode next week. This has been the FortiKast online show. God bless, stay safe, Fortuna 540 Bus. 1 week na lang, matatapos na ang ating pasukan. Thank you very much, Northfield, for joining us, and our viewers. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Have a great weekend. God bless you all, and see you next week. Paalam.
Bye.